All right, guys, welcome to Cracker Pack. It's been a while. I had to kind of discontinue Cracker Pack because we had too much stuff going on with the channel, but I think I've gotten things sorted out, and we can get back into Cracker Pack. And what better to get back into Cracker Pack with than Shadows over Innistrad? It's the newest expansion in Magic the Gathering, so we're going to open up. This is Avacyn on the booster pack, but it doesn't really matter who. We're going to open up a booster pack from Shadows over Innistrad. It's a bunch of different new mechanics, and the mechanic that I'm most excited about in this pack is the double face card. Well, there's definitely one in here. I'll get there, and I'll explain it at the same time. Our first card is Storm Rider Spirit. It's a 4/1. Oh, shoot. It's been so long since I've done this. It's a 3/3 that costs 5. It costs 4 in a blue, and it has flash and flying. Then we have Pieces of the Puzzle. It's a sorcery that costs 2 in a blue. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put up to 2 instants or sorcery cards from among them in your hand and the rest of the graveyard. Easy way to mill yourself, okay. Expose Evil. It's an instant that costs 1 in a white. Tap up to 2 target creatures and investigate. For those of you who don't know, investigate says put a colorless clue artifact token onto the battlefield with 2. Sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. All right. Then we have Gone Missing. A lot of blue in this pack. A sorcery that costs 4 in a blue. Put target permanent on top of its owner's library. Investigate. This card got me a lot in the pre-release. Games that I lost was because of this card. Then we have Stormcourt Mentor. Is a vampire, a 4/2 vampire soldier that costs 3 in the black. When this card enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on another target vampire you control. We have Tormenting Voice. I believe this is a reprint. I'm not entirely sure. As an additional cost to casting this card for 1 in a red, you must discard a card, and then you draw 2 cards, turning on Madness. Turns Madness on. Then we have Root Out. I actually haven't seen this. It's a sorcery that costs 2 in a green. Destroy target artifact or enchantment and investigate. Okay, so it's this set's naturalized with the spin. It has investigate on it. Another common, we have Rotten Heart Ghoul. It's a zombie, a 2/4 zombie that costs 3 in a black. And it has, when it dies, target player discards a card. Then we have Reduce to Ashes. Reduce to Ashes deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. It's a sorcery that costs 4 in a red. Not bad. You know, I don't think I'm a fan of red in this set. I don't think I'm a fan of red. It's very weird for me to say. All right, we have our first uncommon. Groundskeeper. 1/1 human druid that costs 1 green mana. And for 1 in a green, you can return target basic land card from your graveyard to your hand. I think I like that. I think this guy is definitely going with Omnath. Definitely. Let's see. Crawling Sensation. It's an enchantment that costs 2 in a green. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into a graveyard. Whenever 1 or more lands are put into your graveyard from anywhere for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 green insect creature token on the battlefield. So if you like insect creature tokens, this guy's for you. This is for you. Our third uncommon, Pale Rider of Trostad, is a spirit, a 3/3 spirit that costs 1 in a black. It has Skulk. Skulk is a new mechanic that says this creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So he's not gonna get blocked by he's not gonna get blocked by big things. And when he enters the battlefield, you discard a card. That's fair. That's fair for the 3/3 for 1. For 2. That's fair. And then our rare, we have Drownyard Temple. It is a land, and it by itself it makes 1 colorless mana. And for 3 mana, you can return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This is actually cool. This is one of the lands that I like. Now, I mentioned that this is our rare, so this should be the last real card in the deck. I'm sorry, in the booster pack. But for Shadows over Innistrad, you always will pull 1 double-sided or double-face card. It'll be a card that has a card on both sides. And we have Neglected Heirloom. So I'll show you in a second. We have Neglected Heirloom. It is an equipment that costs 1 mana to play. An equipped creature gets +1/+1. And then when the equipped creature transforms, you transform Neglected Heirloom. And it's equip cost of 1. Transform means you flip it over to the other side where we will see Ashmouth Blade, still an equipment. And equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has first strike. This side is definitely much better than the other side. And we got a forest, of course. And a clue token. Curtis! Okay, so if I have to pick a card from this booster pack, if this is my turn, what do they call it? Pack one, pick one? If I got to do pack one, pick one? What are we doing? Am I going for the heirloom? You know, this is actually a hard set for me to pick a card from. I think if I have to pick a card from this, very weirdly, I'm going for Stormrider Spirit. I know it's very weird for me to say, knowing how much I don't like blue, but I think I would need to go Stormrider Spirit. It's got flash, it's got flying, and it's a 3/3. Yeah, 5 mana is kind of hard to make it to, but if I can make it to 5, and that's not too hard, given limited, I think I'm gonna do some damage with this 3/3. You can't do too much to him. So that's Crack a Pack for this week. If you guys would have picked something else, please let me know in the comments below. Tell me when I make a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. Tell me when I make a mistake. I'll catch you guys next week with more Crack a Pack.